This feels familiar. So, The Hunt, the latest Roblox event to grace our screens. As someone who managed to complete over 100 of the tasks that were given to us, I must say, I think it was kind of mid. Roblox haven't done a proper event in a very long while, since about Metaverse Champions, I assume. I haven't really seen much else other than all the other sponsored garbage they have done. My days. This video isn't going to be all doom and gloom. I am going to go over some of the positives. I shall start with the hub itself. I think it's pretty neat. The idea of going into multiple games in order to do tasks from this hub is also really neat. I also do like the sort of direction it went, with a bunch of developers coming together to create their own little challenges and little things to do in their own games. It was honestly pretty neat to play through them all, even if some of them were really bad, which we'll get into. What else? No, I think that's all the positives. Let's get into all the negatives. First things first, there was obviously the idea of going for quantity over quality. There are over 100 games for you to play through, and that is a lot to do in 2 weeks, which the average person won't do. I am not the average person, I'm gonna be honest. Instead of getting, like, I don't know, 20 devs to make curated and high-quality experiences for this event, Roblox just decided to contact over 90 in order to create either quick, fast-paced little challenges or ones that just waste your time. This transfers over to my next gripe. There's an extreme lack of actual event awards. The average person will only be able to get about 5, which are all the free ones you get from the regular track. However, there's a gold track you can purchase with Robux, which gets you 5 extra cosmetics, along with a bunch of others being sold over time during the event, which also just costs Robux. So, like, you can only really get about 5 items in this entire event, along with the Video Star headphones if you're lucky enough to find one, of course. Heck, comparing this to Metaverse Champions, in that event you got about like 20 different cosmetics, along with 4 Afro bundles, which no one uses. I do appreciate that some devs also added in their own sort of little eggs, UGCs, that you can unlock if you beat their quest in the allotted time. I got a couple of them, but not all of them. I missed out on the strongest battlegrounds one. I wanted the funny flexing egg, but I was too slow. However, this still doesn't excuse the lack of actual rewards you can get as a free-to-play person. It's kinda bad, honestly. Especially for the amount of work you have to put in to get those 5 accessories. You have to play 95 games in order to get all their badges, in order to get the final accessory for free. That is a lot. Roblox itself has mentioned on the event page that you don't have to beat every single game in order to get all the accessories. There are 100 games, meaning you have to beat only 95 of them, meaning you can only miss out on 5 games, and that's it! Oh, and don't get me started on some of these experiences, man. Oh my days. Don't get me wrong, some of these were actually really well crafted and really well made, and I had fun with them. Stuff like Doors, Arsenal, RB Battles, those are the good stuff right there. However, a lot of the majority was just grindy, repetitive tasks, or the most brain-dead, easy stuff you can imagine. There is so much garbage that I could probably make a list of the top 10 worst ones. Actually, I'll do that right now. Number 10, Slap Battle. Having to play the game for a little bit to get a specific hand isn't that bad, but then having to wait on a silly little plate and then get onto an island, put the hand into a hole, get back onto the main island, and then having to start digging around on X's in order to hopefully find the artifact or whatever, while other people also attempted to kill you. Sounds like a great time to me. The only reason it's not any higher is because private servers are actually free. I mean, you can do this in peace and quiet. If it didn't have free private servers, it would probably be a lot higher. Number 9, War Tycoon and Military Tycoon. They are literally the same thing! Kinda the same thing as Slap Battle, except this time you're driving around in a tank, hopefully attempting to avoid getting exploded by helicopters or sniped out by people with massive snipers, while also looking for boxes in a giant city. Have fun! Number 8, Deadly Decisions. You gotta specifically wait for the hunt round to appear. Then you gotta are selected and get through all the challenges and the questions that the, I don't know, what is this thing, asks you in order to be able to get the badge. If you get a question wrong or die in the process, you gotta wait until you get another chance to do so, which will also take a couple rounds because it's kind of random if the actual category shows up. Number 7, Barry's Prison Run Escape obby thing. You just gotta play through the obby again while also looking for donuts. If you miss one, you might have to restart. I didn't miss any on my attempts, but I feel bad for people that did. It doesn't help that I already played this obby beforehand. Look at the fact that it's kinda dumb and stupid and brain dead easy. Number 6, Sonic Speed Simulator and SpongeBob Simulator. I'm grouping them together because they're made by the same devs. Both are kind of just grind fests. In Sonic Speed Sim, you just go around collecting these things, eggs, I guess, sure, in a small area, and that's it. And it's just kind of boring. In SpongeBob Simulator, you just gotta play for the game a bit, and that's it. I would have put them higher, but I'm placing them here because SpongeBob SquarePants deserves better. Number 5, Livetopia. I am absolutely dumbfounded by this one. Okay, so you get a crate, you bring it to a spot, you hit it with a hammer in order to get an ice cube. You then have to go to the pool and then wait in it for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of just waiting in a pool. You then take the safe that you get from the ice block to your house to then uncrack it, which takes a minute to do. You then play, I guess, a matching card game where you just match pairs and that's it. And then you repeat that twice. You wait 2 extra minutes and play 2 more rounds of matching, and that's it. Whose idea was that? Number 4. Escape Running Head. If you want a good sign that this entire event was quantity over quality, this is the perfect example. Its objective is simple enough. It's just really low quality to be part of an actual event. You just have to beat 3 stages of running away from Felipe from Flamingo, and that's it. How did this get into the event? Could I get into the event next, please? Number 3, Mega Mansion Tycoon. It's just waiting. You just wait for your mailbox to earn money. You can't earn any other money. You just wait for your mailbox. You then buy buttons, and that's how you do the objective. You just buy a bunch of buttons in your house. You get more money whenever you purchase a button, and then you just wait, and then purchase more buttons, and then send the eggs that you get from purchasing the buttons into this book, and that's it. And some people have complained that they can't even do the objective because they already finished their mansion. So, who, why, why? Number 2, Lumberjack Simulator and Pull Sword. They're pretty sure they're made by the same devs. Ugh. It's just clicking! You just click and click and click, and that's it. You click enough to get enough power in order to pull a sword in one of the games, and then beat a rabbit in another. And that's it. It's just grinding. There's nothing else. Who made this? Why? Why? Before we get to number 1, here are some honorable mentions that I probably should have mentioned earlier, that I also wanted to include because either they're really funny or they're really stupid. Honorable mention, Twilight Daycare. Forgot about this one until I was reminded that I had to play as a baby for about 15 minutes, waiting for someone to feed me and change my diaper. Never again. Honorable mention, Toilet Tower Defense. The thing that, like, boggles me about this game is the fact that it has over 250,000 players playing right now. That is actually absurd, and all because of Skibbity Toilet. The actual event it had, it wasn't that bad, honestly. I just wanted to talk about the fact that we have Toilet Tower Defense along with Escape Running Head in the same event. This is amazing. Honorable mention, Steep Steps. This game isn't bad, of course. I think it's perfectly good, and in fact, it does what it says how to do. Be very annoying. This is probably the hardest game of the entire event, so if you're going to go for it, good luck, you're probably going to need it. This is probably the most honorable mention, mainly because I just had a very bad time playing it, and I got very upset because I fell a couple feet It hurt my leg a lot. But everything else about the game was good, including the ending cutscene with the Builder Man. That was funny. Alrighty, drumroll please. Our number one pick, well, my number one pick for the worst game of this entire event is Pet Simulator. This is probably the laziest badge of this entire hunt. All you do is grind until you get to Area 20, and that's it. And then you get the badge. You just gotta play the game. It's monotonous, it's boring, it's Pet Simulator 99. Whose idea was this? Did I happen to miss any games? Do you think there was some other games that probably could have made onto this list? Let me know in the comments. I will probably read them because I'm not that popular. Other than that, yeah, this event was probably the mixedest bag of all time. There were some good experiences, and there were a bunch of bad experiences. I personally think Roblox could probably improve a bunch. This is the first edition after all. There are a couple of things they could probably do in order to make it a bit better. So here are my suggestions. Number one, quality over quantity. Have like 20 games instead of like 100, and have them do very good experiences and game events, and they'll be very fun, and then we can play them and it'll be actually fun, and that would be good, yes. Number two, more event awards that are actually free. You were good at doing this before. What's happened here? And last but least, probably number three, give us more things to do in the hub. Other hubs and other events were also able to get a bunch of items if we were to do a bunch of tasks and all that. So I think maybe a couple of mini games around could help, and along with make it feel more, adventurous and all that. I don't know, I'm just throwing that out there. Overall, it's a step in the right direction for Roblox. It's a very small step, but we're getting there, we're getting there. The hunt is supposedly not over yet. I did see a supposed mystery badge on the hub, so meaning there could be one more item that could be up for grabs, but who knows? Okay, so an update on this. Apparently the prize was an egg, which you need all 100 badges for, so you still have to play all the games anyway to get the badge and the egg. This also means that this was a lie as well. Great job, Roblox. Amazing event. Overall, what did you think of the hunt? Are you deranged enough to go for all 100 games? Or are you stopping at 5 because you realize the event was kind of mid? Let me know. Again, like and subscribe for more content. This is supposed to be my March video, so this is also my birthday video. So say happy birthday to me. March 28th is my birthday. Okay, bye!